So hopefully this doesn't bother you, but the neighbor is vacuuming his lawn, so there might be some of that. Doesn't look like you can hear that, but maybe. Who knows? It's kind of fucking loud to me, so we'll have to see. Yeah, that's about what I thought. New, please. Vehicle. Pop. Oof. Just not have that. Basically, I'm gonna try to recreate this on a smallest scale as possible without missing out on all the details. So basically, first of all, I just need to do this. That should be correct. So I was kind of thinking, I would say that's a 4-meter slope. There's 2 of those. Okay, so it starts off with like, is that a 2 meter? No, that's a 3 meter. And there's like 1 block. Just a bit of a wedge like type of deal. And then I think that would be appropriate. And then at that end like so. That's basically as far as I've got with that. And then we've got a curvature that's pretty, it's steeper than that, so that would be, that would not be like that. It would start over there. Would it be like that? I don't know. Maybe it would be. And then I could have a 4 meters like that. And then we would have basically the entirety of the hull as it's looking right now. And then I guess I could have it be like that. Sure. Looking like a miniature. And then of course just the bottom as well. So that's pretty similar to what the front looks like. But then this also goes down. And it's like fill up all that way, but also that would be I mean, that would really start there. Maybe this will be, well, this is going to be a future vision deal, so this is going to be more accurate to what the final thing is going to look like. So that would mean I would have something like this, maybe. So that would be about that size. Then I would have it basically be that, but not really. More like this. How much space is there back there? I don't think that would actually. I think that might be a better visualization of what it's looking like, what it's going to look like. Yeah, that's a pretty accurate model, I would say. Accurate enough at the very least. I felt like I should visualize the vision I had for this thing, at least for the superstructure. I feel like I should have it be mirrored in between two blocks. That. Yeah, sure. Shit. No, that's not right. Maybe. I guess that would be best representation. So that seems right. Although, well, yeah, right, there's no backbone for that, so. No. There's some details that need ironing out. Maybe that, no, that's not right. I guess that would be the best way. If I did that, I could have this. And then I could have this. Sort of get a close approximation. Sure. So again, looking at that, I would say that's the kind of gap. I could just make these threes and then have like 1 meter slopes in here, which I think I keep calling fives just because they're on my keybind 5. So I think on this scale, would that just be 1? No, because it would be up here, so I guess I could just have that be the way it is. This isn't it. Yeah, that's more like it. probably not skinny enough to represent, but maybe that's more approximate to what it would look like. And then that slope is all of that, all the turrets. And then we have the turret with the tower, the turret, the bridge. And then behind the bridge I was thinking something like that. But again, that does widen. I suppose I could just have that. Maybe like that. Then have that go that far, maybe? Or maybe I could just do this. Yeah, sure. And maybe like that would be a good place to place some to either just leave for superstructure, or maybe like put chimneys, and maybe this could be the engine bay, but that would make this entire thing very top heavy. But I could lead all the exhausts over here. I could have this be like a massive forgery. Maybe I could have a refinery for commodities. In this thing would kind of make sense, I think. There we go. And then at that point I would probably just let it be. And so maybe I do that. I'll probably even that out a bit. Like that maybe. And then like that. Oh, that's a little weird. That I think would be better. Then I could have something like a recon tower back here, which will probably not be that far back. The rear might start about here. So I would have like these two, but then have, oops, have threes here, and then basically do that and call it a day. But that's also very big deal that that cruise ship look. So I guess I could just leave that as is. Have that. But of course also not actually be like that, because it would go like that. I did wrong. Whatever, that's the ass. I'll sort that out. It's not the details that's important. But I would have the conning tower be like there. I could make this. I could have ether blocks on this and make an entire big ass turret piece. Maybe I could have a bit of a peak here. And then like some guns out there that I could also turn 360 type deal, or maybe I could have ejected missiles out here. But I think I would like to have it be a turret. Maybe I could have a fat ass cram gun in there. To be like, hey, if anything's moving slower than 10 meters a second, fucking kill it. And then just have a fat ass 4,000 millimeter volley going at someone. Or maybe more. Maybe I could have 4 max gauge barrels. So I'll do that for now. I guess I could have such boys all along here, which does look actually trash. Sure. It's symbolic. Would I have something like this going on for the tower? Probably not. But what I would definitely have is some of these boys. One, two, three. Okay, so I can wipe those actually. Make space for the So, what does a battleship ass look like? Battleship stern. Just the same as the front, but a little rounded above the waterline. Okay. So I guess that would be so that's basically what that would look like. Just similarly pointy to the front, but a little bit rounded in the tip, and also it would escalate downwards kind of quickly. At least in the beginning, so I would do something like this. Something of that nature. Yeah, sure. For reference, that's fine. Right, so we have prototyping now. So that's a lot of rear. I would probably go that far at least. It's like some more superstructure. now kind of realizing the scope of this shit. And like at this point I would have the guns. Yeah, sure. So that's a little bit more of a modest number of guns on the back. And I would also have, I would probably have like fat ass missile array there, which I guess I could more appropriately represent with like these. So I have a few guns here, which I'm not sure what they're supposed to be, but I could probably just immediately extend this. And I could have some sort of anti-air arrangement over there, which would be completely blocked from the front. So that's why I'll put some anti-air there maybe. I can have this there, and I could have actual exhausts go like this. That would probably not look as cool on the finished thing, but I could. Also, this needs something. So this would be a broadside. I'm not sure what kind of broadside that would be. It could just be a lot of RFSAs or some heavyweight well cannons. Maybe I design a new broadside battery type deal. The big guns are designed for salvo fire, so that's pretty much the perfect thing. But maybe the array is just cram. Maybe cram should be steam to make it, you know, fatter and different. So I could have cram there, which is gonna be a turret that I'm gonna be using. Also, this should really be one single 4 meter, because that's gonna be that way. And I really don't know how I'm gonna make the hull, because I feel like the hull would be very low the way it is right now on the big ship. And really, I think I'll have a lot of guns here too. But I'm not gonna have as many guns. But a lot of guns here as well. So, what else really? I guess torpedoes, because I don't really have a broadside right now. I could make that all some sort of torpedo system. You know, torpedoes are nice. I feel like that's gonna be a problem. I feel like it would be better if I did it this way. And I could just have that for more space. It's gotten a little fatter, like that. Some RFSs there maybe? Because I really feel like a broadside battery would be great. Yeah, I think that's right. I think that's what I'm gonna have it be. That's not great. I could take that out. Have that. I mean, that's not great either. This is probably awful. Doesn't even look right. Cool. That's at least somewhat nice looking. This is probably where the actual engine room is gonna sit. Or like the exhaust, and you could have resource storage here. Maybe the AI could be here. This is probably, I mean, I can't be scared. Maybe I could have my batteries here, because my batteries aren't actually something I'm gonna be avidly using outside of maybe like railguns if I happen to slap those on somewhere. Maybe I could have a railgun broadsiders, and then I would have to fill this entire thing with batteries. But like, looking at the size of this thing and considering it doesn't go behind the bridge of this mock-up. This ship is going to have so much space. With the amount of space that it currently has, it will literally fit anything. This thing could be a cargo ship to supply an entire campaign solely. If I were to make this, if I were to finish this hull and just fill it to the brim with materials, I would probably break the counter on the HUD. It would probably go into scientific figures before I even reach the halfway point. But as I say that, and as I have just looked at the pictures, and with thinking how big this is compared to, how big the hull is compared to the superstructure, I feel like the real thing is way too tall. Like maybe it should just be those two beams and then water. So maybe it should just be 2 floors of hull. Because with the superstructure I'm gonna have so much space. So really what I think is that would sort it out and be absolutely fine. So save this as the prototype. Heavyweight super battleship miniature. But that's not going to float by itself unless I like make a lot of airspace with a lot of helium pumps. Otherwise that shit's not gonna float. But at the same time, that's gonna be so much. That's gonna be like an obscene amount of extra weight to make it as tall as it is right now. So considering that the unfinished roof or floor of the bottom turrets, because like these things need armoring, and when they're armored I'm actually going to see how tall this, then I'm just going to move the hull as tall as I want it in comparison to that. I mean, if you look at this is an entire beam taller than what this hull is, and I don't think that's great. That might actually look fine once it's done, once the reinforced wood is on and all that. But I don't think that's gonna be, I think that's gonna be a hard bargain to drive, get me to have that be good enough. So this is probably gonna be raised, and even then that's a lot of difference with not a lot of this is just gonna be kind of stupid. Like that, like with what I just saw in the pictures, superstructure and guns and stuff are very condensed and thin and tall rather than big, like this freighter looking asses. And so there should be like, at least an entire main gun turret width of a hull across like this entire side. And I should just have that middle piece go tall. But no. So maybe I just remove 2 layers to begin with. I think that would be the best starting point, to just murder these 2 to start. Jeebus lag. Oh wow. Whoa. So what's that looking like already? That's already better. I really didn't like that. That's actually great looking at it. I mean, it is 8 meters shorter. But also, what's that all I need to do? I don't think so. I think with the adding of the final layer, once the superstructure has been established, I think I'm going to want to elevate this whole one beam and cut off the bottom one. But then this is probably going to be great, because I think that whole so far proportionately looks like it's going to be that I think it's short, maybe. I guess it would be short, opposite of tall. That short. I want to say stubby, but I also don't want to say stubby. Look. It's like I've seen battleships with like like 4-story tall hulls. But I also love the look of when the waterline makes it look like it's basically flat. Like it's just a platform with a bunch of superstructure on top of. So I think that might be good. What? Oh. Oh, that's not actually a part of the thing. Is it? Oh no, that's where I went wrong. So that was a part of the thing? No, it was not. That was just something I added on afterwards. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That was probably... It looks like it's correct now, whatever it was. Whatever it was and is. So that's one step to the side, right? And then the one below that is 2 steps to the side. And that is the lowest layer. Okay, cool. Alright, cool, cool, cool. Now that's starting to look a little tall again. So, considering I'm gonna be adding a little bit of extra layering on that with all of the armoring, as well as it's not going to be floating on the surface, it's going to be floating a few blocks below the surface, maybe like a beam or 2. Probably 2 beams below the water, unless they spam the shit out of some Eternal City Blades or Ocean or whatever. Probably gonna look good in the end. But about that, I kind of wanna armor. I should work on the superstructure, but now I have an idea to work off of, so I don't need to work on the superstructure to keep my ideas in mind. I could take this moment to get some busy work done now that I've actually done the smart thing and documented my ideas. Alright, we've got hole on top of that. This also needs hole, you know, big shocker. They will take it that far out, sure. Yeah, right. So that is actually a problem. Well, I'll just remember not to use that way then. Because I forgot the M1 keybind I use for AFKing in GTA. So I need that to be running when I'm not at the computer. So then, you know, it being a toggle is kind of nice. Then I can just go somewhere else and still sit in a lobby. Because usually 13 minutes isn't enough. You know, I don't eat in 30 minutes. Especially not, well, I do, but not with, you know, family and stuff, socializing and all that, you know. That takes a little bit more time. So how did were these actually armored? So these start down here, go like that, one block there, goes like that. This middle one is the exact same way, so I guess I'll have to redo this for the sake of unity. So that would be like that. Then I think that would be, yeah, like so. Do I bother with... So how did I armor this? Oh. Yeah, okay, yeah. And then just the same principle, but fill in some blacks. Okay, cool. I can do that. I can do that. I wonder if it was there, I'm not sure. 2, 4, 6, 8. So that will be a 3 and 2 4s. Oops. And this is, I counted to 8. Excuse you. That's kind of a bad fuck up. So those are in line, and those are in line. That's a 3, that's a 3, that's a 3. Okay, I'm not quite doing that. This should be the other way around. So those are just, oh. There you go. What? Oh yeah, right, because I keep forgetting that the mirroring is only, the mirroring doesn't apply to the singular turret. Right, that's why I keep fucking that up. Cool. Alright, hello, that was not my intention. There we go, back in. Really should copy these. Okay, there we go. That should be cool. Yup. So I got a whole lot of use out of being smart for once. I think these actually already had... Yeah, they're already up to like that level, so I only need 2 height. Right, so all the heavy armor is in place. The guns are now heavily armored, and now we just need to make sure the we give them some shielding. Could I possibly capture this? I feel like I should be able to. I mean, close enough. So that seems about right. One slap there, one smack there, and then I guess that's over. Ah, shit. Well, I guess maybe that isn't as important. Well, the hole is actually way less defended. So I would rather have that. that's not a big hill. I can sort that out. I could just do that and be done with it. That would leave plenty of space for turret capping. I don't think I hate that. It's very steep, but I don't think that's actually a problem. I'm not gonna try and spin that as some kind of like a stylistic choice, but I don't hate that. Okay, so that was completely stupid. Cool. Okay, so that's not. I should not have done that. I should have made sure I was following the hole, because now those are probably just all out of all kinds of off, weird, and wrong. Can't really tell though. Well, if that doesn't line up, that seems to line up. Well, it lines up in the heavy armor, so. All of this is fucked, isn't it? Oh. I'm not sure if that is fucked, however. It's like, yeah, that's not fucked. That's correct. But that isn't, because that doesn't follow the pattern, right? So no, that's weird. So if I keep this up, then I can do that. And have it be correct but off. Because, you know, you're not going to be able to see that it's weird. Especially not with all the turret caps and all the stuff is there. Just gonna look like... Just gonna look weird. Okay, so that's correct. I really went and solidified this whole temporary fix thing. This temporary placeholder setup is really fucking permanent right now. This was all meant for just mock-up to get a sense of scale. Actually, it was on the original Great Ambition. On this one, it was more of the... I wanted to get a good pattern. So actually this is more finalized than the other one. But also it's a really weird assortment, you know? This is a really weird one. Aside from those two outwards guns, it's two inverted Ys of guns, but they're all of but there's two types of guns, and they're seemingly equally important in the front armament of the gun, even though they're going to have different behaviors and different AIs. So that's probably going to be ugly in reality. Which really is causing all kinds of what's the word? I don't know, I guess discomfort, maybe. Because I'm really uninterested in doing all of this over. Just scrapping all of this and going again, because that might be something I have to do, because the hole is the way I want it, and this is just this is just incredibly detached right now. And even though there's a whole science to it, it's very established right now. It is still a mock-up, so if I can't make it look good like this, then the guns are what's going to go, which is the more complex part, which is going to be a real gut punch, if that turns out to be. But that's the kind of shit you have to deal with when you're working on this kind of scale. Sometimes you just spend an all day building something that you wipe out the next. I say like I've done this hundreds of times before, which is partially correct. But I mean, it's not something that's rare in the world From the Depths. From the Depths really is a hardcore game. It's a hardcore sandbox, which is weird. Because, you know, all this fun you could have, all this vastness, but also if you build something you're not happy with, that's gonna be a lot of shit you're gonna have to tear down to get some good results. And if you don't do that, then you're just gonna beat yourself up about being lazy, and it's gonna be a dissatisfying build, and you know, it's gonna be all kinds of terrible, just kind of unreasonable. That should probably be this. But also, whatever. Also, that's just the way I work. I am a very self-critical dude. I really have a hard time thinking of myself as worthy of whatever praise, and you know, while I pretty commonly think of myself as, you know, being able to do better, or like, I look at someone doing something and be like, okay, that's not great, I could have done it this way. But when I think about it, like, would I have done it this way though? The answer is usually no, because I'm a little bit of a lazy fuck, and you know, not that confrontational and all that stuff. So really, the easy way out for me is usually just beat yourself up about it and move on. Real shipper shit, you know. there was also a little bit of a funny moment, I guess, yesterday, because I updated my I was updating a bunch of my Twitch panels, having some minor tweaks because I was changing on formatting and stuff, and then I changed my schedule tab to say, like, instead of going like, hey, I try to start between 7 and 8 and I added a mostly 7, because, you know, I'm pretty much always on time. If I'm not, I'm early or just a little bit late. But yesterday, the dinner was being cooked and served like 6:30, so I couldn't really rush it, and so I was half an hour late the day I said that I was pretty much always on time. That's not right. Like, what kind of detail should I get into now when I'm just doing rough work? Like, it really doesn't pay off massively. It helps, but it's not. There's not a great payoff to building rough in bulk, because, you know, this is intersecting. What am I gonna do here? This is also a bad thing, to build the outside first, because shit gets crammed. You wanna be building from the inside out, because you wanna have as much visibility as possible to make sure that you do everything right and actually can tell what you're doing without having to use your head to visualize where you're at and what you're doing. Because it's just easier to see what's going on than to picture it and, you know, have to work around it in 3D space in your head before you do it in game, because you want to get it right in game. Is that right? I don't think that's right. It's not. It doesn't follow the old pattern. The old pattern is irrelevant. Alright, there we go. So now we can estimate what kind of hole situation we've got going on. Or what kind of levels and heights we're working with. And so basically the bottom gun is going to be elevated just the armor thickness, I think. Just like this. This is just gonna be the elevation of the superstructure. And I'll have like some square corners there. And then there's just gonna be decking. So decking would be, I think, reinforced wood. Like such. For the looks. I don't know what that's gonna look like. And then I guess I could just have it be 2 layers. I think that would be okay. There's 2 layers just like everywhere else. Like, yeah, unfortunately, well, this is part of the roof, so I don't really need to make it align with the, I don't need this to be following the walls. This is going to be the roof. So I can just tell all of this to fuck off, because that is all going to be in accordance with the beam pattern, or beam arrangement, holy pattern. So this is what the armor of the hull is gonna be. Or is it, Or am I gonna have a air, am I going to have an air gap between the wood and the metal? Because that's gonna be very HESH and heat resistant. No, not heat, but HESH resistant. That's gonna make that's just gonna be reinforced wood, which I guess would be a little scary. Smacking into one layer of metal. That would just be 2 layers, but 2 space layers. So penetration round and armor piercing round would probably have a harder time with that. But I could of course just add a catcher layer. If I made it 3 layers, it would have to follow well, actually, what kind of weak points am I going to be worried about with this hole? I feel like I probably should have this air gap here, but also the hole's not gonna be protecting a lot of sensitive things, because I'm going to have the, you know, Citadel theory apparently. So like with these turret wells, I'm gonna armor up every single piece individually inside the ship, aside from like things that take up the entire room, like maybe materials aren't gonna be armored, but like, you know, guns and ammo and probably engines and stuff. Maybe not engines. Engines probably just have rooms with thicker walls. But there's not a whole lot that simple decking and simple armoring, simple structural armor like walls, and that's not gonna be doing a whole lot of protecting, typically with my builds at least. So I could make it two layers of metal below 1 layer of wood with an air gap. So that would be 4 layers of defense, 3 layers of armor. So that would look something like this. Which would be really good, but not very multi-purpose. Because if you shoot a hole in the deck, that's gonna be a hole that you would have to traverse. Because, you know, the top layer is gonna be very weak, and it's going to really only be good for HESH, because this reinforced wood isn't going to give you a whole lot of spalling damage versus the double layer metal. And I guess the air gap would make it so that if you hit the hole with an HE, like a bomb from like a bomber, like say a square bomb, maybe that air gap would help. I don't know what air gaps do against things other than HESH rounds, really. I think HESH rounds is actually the only shell that I've studied, because I like the idea. I really like the spalling idea of turning stronger armor into stronger weapons. I really like that concept. So, is that not aligned? Could you be any more upsetting, please? Why must you be this way? That makes me really sad. Oh yeah, didn't I base the whole off of... Didn't I base the... So the whole was... partially just... Yeah, I just aligned it with the wall because it aligned nicely with that, but... So, in short, it's the floor that's the problem, because holy fuck, I'm not changing all of that because the floor is uneven. Because I think this was built on a solid idea. Yeah, so this is where the floor is actually supposed to be. So really, what the floor should be like is this. And if I escalate that, it's just gonna be a different problem. Well, it's going to be the same problem in a different way, with a different pattern. Is the floor supporting? I would hate for the floor to be supporting. Let me just make sure the floor isn't supporting. Which is a lot more protection against that than I actually need, because, you know, from that's magic. I would love... Actually, would I? To have access to from the depths super glue that they use to attach everything, because that's like some ethereal super glue. Now I just need to detach it from all the floors, from all the walls and stuff. So it's attached, sorry, I'm just being so fucking paranoid. So it's attached down here, and it's attached up by the bridge. So there's no legitimate reason for me to be worried about attaching all of this shit. Because everything should be fucking attached. And if anything isn't attached, it's attached to something else, which is attached. I doubt there's a reality wherein something's not connected, like through the flooring or whatever. Just, you know, these heavy armor. This heavy armor is connecting the blast walls and the turrets, which also connect over here. So I don't want to believe that there's any way anything would detach and fall once I finish this. I really don't want that to be the case. That would be crushing. go. Starting small. That's a big piece. Alright, alright, alright. Getting places. A little bit. Another little bit. I don't like the frame drops. They're scaring me. Wait. So that's not attached. This isn't attached. So is that just too big a piece to disconnect? Okay, so everything is still fine. It's still attached. But the flooring, I think, is free now. Oh no, it actually isn't, because it's still falling. But where the fuck would it still be attached? Over here? Yeah, okay. Well, no more. Here we go. So now technically I should be able to just do this, converge, and then fill. That should lag the game the fuck out, because that's a lot of blocks. But then just have everything sort out itself. Yeah, this is all... Yeah, this is all a uniform pattern, which is actually in accordance to the established whole. There might be some artifacting or some funky placements over by the heavy super armor, heavy armor. Wow, very little actually. So this is just 3 meters and 2. So now everything should be in pristine condition as far as the floor goes, aside from, you know, the walls and stuff where there's no blocks. But now everything's lining up. So yeah, I'm gonna save this, because fuck me if I didn't. That would be another piece of my soul just into the Ethereum. Never should be heard from again. I forgot those turrets. Well, shit, I'm working on it. It's okay. It's fine. It's cool. Yeah, this was saved, right? Yep. Yeah. All right. Cool. I guess I could say it's about Twitch, which is still a relevant topic. Don't worry, we were just talking about it. I was just talking about it for like half an hour ago. It's no worries. I've also updated my schedule a little bit, which is something I've never actually done before. So hopefully it works out the way it should, because it looks that way. Because I'll be away next week. It should be the correct dates that I'll be off, considering where I've scheduled my streams. So everything should be hunky-dory. I won't stream next week, but it's still Tuesday, so there's still going to be 3 more streams. I did manage to convince, which is something I say because it gives me points, versus the honesty of being of I was asked and I said I would like to is it hitting the bottom of the floor? Bottom of the sea? I think it is. That's seemingly shallow, but that's really deep. Big ass ship. Mom asked, and I said that I wanted to leave Saturday morning, so there's going to be a stream on Friday, which is nice. But you know, details. Good night. Goodbye. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully I don't know. I think I was going to say hopefully I don't abandon this. But I mean, that's kind of far off on the horizon that I would. Not because every single stream isn't a struggle, but because I am streaming it and I have dedicated myself to this. And this is a goal. As you know, I have viewers now, at least sometimes. So to give up on it would be kind of a bad move, just for, you know, branding. So I mean, it could be a spicy story down the line, but not at the same time, or like a running gag. But at the same time, I feel like it would be better if I actually did this and it was just a running project. With, you know, I could let my passion flow, which I definitely have, and stuff like that. You know. But yeah, tangent over. Thank you so much, and bye bye.